Hello, everybody. Let me get the chase with you. You know how some people say that I'm a false messiah, and you know how people laugh at me when I go to the store and stuff like that, and people look at me like I'm crazy, like I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm just cray cray, like I just don't know what I'm doing, like I've just messed up in the head, that I don't know anything, like I need help, like I need this, like I need that, because I'm splitting my hair and I look like Jesus Christ. I go out into the open. Now, before any of this ever started, before I was saying I was Jesus, before I said I was the statue of David, what is the source? Why did I start to think that I look like the statue of David? Why did I start to think that I was Jesus Christ? Alright, so, here's where it all started. I went and I used to work at a grocery store. And I was bagging groceries. And people were going around saying, there's David, and it confused me into thinking, well, I went to look at the statue of David, and I found, like, oh, that's me. I thought that was me. And people said, you're doing something wrong, David. You're not King David. You're not King David. And it made me feel bad about myself because I felt like I wasn't doing anything wrong. And I wasn't. I was just telling you what I saw. I was just telling you what I saw. I didn't mean to do that, no. And if I did happen to say I was King David and I happened to offend you, then know this. You shouldn't have been offended. Because really the truth is you got offended for no reason. For no reason. Something that you can easily get over is something that you got offended by for no reason. Now, the second thing is, after people thought I was David, and they were talking about David in the Bible, and I was thinking that I was David. After all that happened, people were saying, you look like a Michael. You look like this. You look like that. You look like Michael the Archangel. And I noticed and I looked up stuff like Michael or something like that, you know. I looked up Michael the Archangel and I looked up the Witness, something like that. Witness, I can't think what it is. They believe that Michael the Archangel and Jesus are the same person. So, I went and I looked up the Shroud of Turin. And I researched it. And I tried to make videos because I noticed that my face looked exactly like the face on the man on the Shroud of Turin, which happened to be Jesus according to theologists, according to historians. And then it slowly kept building and building up, and people kept thinking more and more and more and more that I was Jesus. Now, is this still my fault? No, it's not my fault. It's your fault. You dragged me into this. You lured me into this. And now I'm trying to find a way to get out of it. And you don't want to let me out of this. You want to keep me trapped in this stupid piece of shit. Because that's exactly what you wanted, wasn't it? You love people's misery. You love people's sorrow. You love people's depression. You would rather me be dead than be alive. Did you know that? Because that's exactly how evil you are. You're wicked. You're relentless. No, you're the abomination of the Lord. Simply because you would think such a thing like that. That you would think that this is my fault. I don't make mistakes. This isn't my mistake that I made. This was your mistake. And I traveled on with it. And the reason why I'm even more blameless is because I was lost. I was confused. Confusion is not a sin. Confusion can lead to perfection as long as you know how to get out of it. But you confused me to the point to where I felt like that I was Jesus. And you did it intentionally. You did it intentionally. And you keep going on and on and on. I even had this dude on my YouTube channel not too long ago saying, mocking and saying, oh, you are Jesus, you can do this, you can do that. And you were actually approving the fact that I'm Jesus? You, first of all, you want to call me a false Messiah, but everybody wants to believe that I'm Jesus Christ. You believe that. I did not make you believe that. I did not deceive you into believing that. You believe that on your own. This was not my decision. You dragged me into this. You're the one who made the mistake. I did not make the mistake. You had a choice. Not only did you fail me, you also failed the Lord. And then you blame me for it. Now you want to know that there's everything wrong with that. Everything wrong with that. Not just that statement, but everything wrong with the fact that you're accusing me of your mistakes. You're doing exactly what the devil wants you to do. Exactly what the devil wanted from the very beginning. And you just happen to think that I'm the devil. Why do you think that I'm the devil? Because I said that I was Jesus, and that's not true. Because I'm lying to you, right? Because I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you because of what? Whose lie is it? Not mine. This wasn't my idea to begin with. This was your idea. And this is not a false accusation. And the devil would never truly accuse you of something that you did. The devil would always falsely accuse you of something that you did. But you falsely accuse me of saying that I'm the devil. And you, why? Why would you say that? Why? You're wrong for that. And everybody want to go off looking at me, glaring at me like I'm just crazy, like I don't know what I'm doing, like you just don't care about me anymore. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, David. You really went over my head. You really pissed me off. I pissed you off? You're saying that I pissed you off? No. You pissed me off. I had every right to be pissed off. I had every right to be angry. And when you have a right to be angry, that's called righteous anger. Did you know that? You want to know what Jesus had when he flipped over tables and did this and did that? Because he had righteous anger. And that's okay, right? If it wasn't okay, why would you even say that Jesus is God in the first place? Why would you say that Jesus isn't a sinner, like he's perfect? You have to understand that everything I'm doing right now is for a reason. Everything I'm doing right now, every mistake that is being made is not my mistake. It is not even my fault. And you know why. You know why I do the things that I do. Because you know exactly how to take advantage of the fact. You know exactly how to take advantage of me. You know my weaknesses. You know my strengths. Because you studied me for years. It's easy to know my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is I get confused easy. Easy. And you know that. Which makes me more likely to go to heaven than you. You know, what I don't like is the fact that you keep thinking that I just don't know what I'm talking about, like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, right? I'm not perfect. Sure, I'm not perfect. I never said that I was perfect. In fact, that wasn't even my idea. Somebody literally came to the grocery store and told me that I was perfect. I didn't agree with it. No. No. Because it wasn't even my idea. Now, maybe if you would have kept your mouth shut, you would have never had any reason to call me the devil, and you would have never had no reason to call me Jesus. You would have had no reason to call me David. You would have had no reason to call me Satan. You wouldn't have no reason to call me anything but David McCrary, David Timac. That's it. You can't if you can't accept that simple name, that my simple personality. If you can't love me for who I am, then yes, I'm going to do things I'm not supposed to do. So would you, right? And don't even play with me. And I know you. And I know you are not any different than I am right now. You already know if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. If you look like the man on the Shroud of Turin, and you looked at the man on the Shroud of Turin, and you saw yourself, and you thought, well, I see a very close similarity, and you know that I'm not Jesus. You know that. But you still try to lead me into a direction I don't need to be going in.